The biggest thing for gameplay this year, Infinity Engine. You know, physics being applied.
Pause it right there. Hey, I met that guy when I was down at the EA trip. I will be coming back to this video at the end of the video to break down what we're seeing, give my opinions on it, and open up the forum to you guys. So I'll be joining you at the end of this video. Hold up, watch it, and I'll be right here.
To the game for the first time in NCAA, so that's on tackles, and that's also for the first time this year on the ball carrier, so the force impact system. So you see that stiff arm, you can see him make contact, and wherever he actually hits the guy, if he hits him right in the mouth, you'll see his head come back. Hit him in the shoulder, you'll see his shoulder fly back, and it's applied to all those moves. So jukes, spins, hurdles, tackles, dive tackles, hit stick is back, truck stick. Those are all applied with the physics this year, so it's a big upgrade for us. The option is college football. The spread option got a big upgrade this year, so you're gonna see all those different things added to the game. Over 30 different pitch types in there, shovel options, midline options, everything you can do in actual spread option game in the real world, you've got in the game this year. And so a new playbook just created just for that. Revamped blocking with better targeting logic, so the guys will go after and actually find the right guys to target and hit. You got pre-snap reads now, where you'll see before the play snaps who your read man is, who your pitch man is, so you'll know going off the bat when it's time to snap the ball who you're reading and what you're going to do in the play. So big upgrades there. One of the big additions for us from a kind of a hardcore standpoint is personnel-based play calling. So that's kind of 21 package, so 2 running backs and 1 tight end, that sort of thing. That's how they call plays in the real world. So that's how we call plays in the game now. It's an option for you if you want to do it that way. What the key part that comes in though is not just for you from play call, but at no huddle. You're going to be restricted to whatever your personnel package is during no huddle. And also, even better than that, the CPU is restricted that way. So you don't have anything weird where they come out and wildcat for the first play, and then they've got their running back at quarterback for the rest of the drive. So the acceleration burst is kind of a new way to get to your top end speed. You got that right trigger right there. And what you can really do is utilize that to try and get through a hole faster, get to the outside on a stretch play. You hit that right trigger and it's going to give your guy a little boost. They're going to be able to pick and choose when you want them to accelerate, when you want them to have that burst. One of the issues we've had in the past is, what they call kind of the hummingbird running, right? Kind of just swerving around. They don't have actual correct placement of their feet when they're turning. They just kind of can just glide around. So now we put in hard cuts on running. So you'll see the player actually plant his foot when he's cutting back and changing direction. So a big change for us the way it looks and feels, and there's deceleration involved as well. So if a guy wants to change direction, he can't do it at top speed. He's got to slow down to make that cut and be able to turn. And that's when you use that acceleration burst, really get yourself back up to top speed after you make a big cut. So, we talk a lot about offense, we talk a lot about the option game and everything else, but, it's also about defense in the game too, and a lot of changes there. And one of the big ones really comes in with defensive breakdowns. So that's one of the things we've added into where you see, with players now not being able to swerve, we want the defense to not be able to just overrun things, right? And so you've got a couple different things there, one of them being defensive breakdowns where, as they're coming up towards the ball carrier, they're not going to run full speed right by him and let a guy make a juke and get right past him. They're going to break down and be able to make that decision one way or the other, which way they're going to go based on that ball carrier.
NCAA time, guys. And the news has been released that yes, the Infinity Engine is in NCAA finally. These guys wanted to put it in there last year and they couldn't because they felt as though it wasn't ready and up for par to that release. But let's go on and get into what we're seeing on the screen. Now it seems like everything is being played in slow motion. Nice. It's kind of hard to judge right now because we're not seeing it in full speed. Sometimes when you get these perfect camera angles and you slow it down real good, you can see, actually look at the line. If you go back and look at the line, you kind of see that their footwork was mirroring each other, which isn't a good thing. That's something that we've been harping on in the community for these guys to address for the longest. Also, you can see a little glide here, just a little bit right after he plants his foot and cuts. It's like he plants his foot, cuts, and then he glides a little bit. They're going to show a close-up of some feet work. Nice spin there. And that's one thing I would like to see in these EA games. I would love to see more broken tackles. It's like, darn near rare. Here we see him struggling to keep his feet. That's cool. That's how it should be. He planted his feet and cut immediately. Right here. Look at the glide. Look at the glide. Right there. So they're still kind of motion shifting a little bit. It just some things that needs to be tweaked. I don't believe that this is the final gameplay right here. I think that is probably entering its, I don't know, maybe alpha phase or beta phase. I don't know. Right there, everything looks crisp when it's in fast motion. But again, we're seeing like the perfect angles. So it's kind of hard to break that down. I like that he put that shoulder into him. But man, if you put that shoulder into him, I want to see him keep going. I don't want to see him, like when you run somebody over with your shoulder and everybody that look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Who cuts like that? You could break your ankle. He didn't plant on the right foot there. Now you can do that, but it will really severely hurt your ankle if you do that. But here's what I want to say about the shoulder charge. When you shoulder charge somebody, anybody that's played football knows this, or has played running back knows this. You're running, you dip that shoulder down, you hit him, and then you kind of freeze up for like a split second. There was like a shoulder charge and keep going as if nothing ever happened. So they need to respect that. That stiff arm right there is completely out of control. When I see a stiff arm, I think you gotta put that hand in his face. You gotta you don't just that's not how it happens, man. We need to see like some type of physical interaction when it comes to a stiff arm, whether it be kind of riding his face mask for a second, dragging him in, like driving him into the ground, just something, not just a quick pop of the hand. No, like extend that thing, ride it out there. That's a real stiff arm. So again, man, I've been harping on these running back moves for years now when it comes to EA, and it's just one of those things that I think that 2K got right. When it came to running back animations, they got it right. They knew how to foot plant. They knew how to break tackles. They knew how to show the struggle to break tackles. They knew how to show the stiff arm. They knew how to show the shoulder charge. These things need to be fixed. Fix, because if not, we just have the same animations as we do year in and year out, and it's disappointing to me. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I'll be down there with you. Peace.